What's good, cyberspace? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know, Reclaim Your Throne.
Right here, right now. It's the right time, It's the right time, right now. Tell the whole pipe down. Tell the nigga pipe down.
So guys, we have to get into this one. The usual suspect, as we tend to see when it comes to people who are hating on the passport bros, people who are talking down to the, passport kings, all right? People who are talking down to the passport kings are typically sisters, and it tends to be the women who are on the less attractive side. So I'm going to show you guys a video on what is exactly going on in the community and the discourse between the passport bros and Western modern day feminazi sisters. So let's get into it.
You went after the passport bros, but did you ever check the white men that do this?
No. You know why? Because white men aren't dumb enough like black men to tell us about it. Just like black men are the only stupid ones in the bunch that'll get on the internet and publicly talk trash about their women. Nobody else does this but them. Asian men don't do it. Latin men don't do it. White men don't do it. It's only our men that get on the internet and try to humble us by talking trash about us like it works. Absolutely none of us think that white men don't do this. Hell, that's where the term mail order bride came from. We know that white men do it, but they're just a little bit more with discretion. They got discretion. They have a little bit more dignity. But hell, if white women ain't gonna say nothing, what we gonna do?
You went after...
All right, so I wanted to run it through all the way to give you guys an understanding of where she's coming from. So I'm going to break it down word by word, phrase by phrase, and we are going to get into the mindset and the anger that is going on with these modern day sisters who are upset at the passport kings.
After the passport bros, but did you ever check the white men that do this?
No. You know why? Because white men aren't dumb enough like black men to tell us about it.
All right, so she says white men are not dumb enough like brothers to tell us about it. And I would beg to differ. There are plenty of people on YouTube, white men who are traveling overseas. Shout out to the nomad capitalist. He's a guy who teaches you how to get bank accounts in different countries, get citizenship in different countries, getting passports in different countries, and really becoming a nomadic citizen of the world, because the world is turning into a global network now. Everything is becoming globalized, and I know people hate to hear that, but it's either adapt or die. So white men are actually teaching other white men and even black men how to really take advantage of the utility of the world. You're not just restricted to the United States. And the reality is these sisters are mad about it.
Just like black men are the only stupid ones in the bunch that'll get on the internet and publicly talk trash about their women.
All right, so she says that black men are the only stupid ones. So she's calling brothers who are melanated stupid for getting online and trashing or bashing their own women. See, when you give constructive criticism about any woman, it's not just sisters, but let's just keep it in the community, which she's wrong about that, because there are plenty of red vitamin content creators who are white men, and they do the same type of content, and it's not bashing, it's breaking down what young men need to avoid. See, we're trying to help out the younger group of guys, okay? We are trying to help out the young men who need guidance, who are being misguided by certain social media influencers on how to be actually masculine here and how to do. And the reality is, what you really need to be focused on is what to avoid, what mistakes not to make. And this woman is clearly passing judgment on these brothers who are, for one, intelligent enough to go and travel to another country. Two, intelligent enough to take advantage of the tax benefits that you can get from getting dual citizenship in another country. Okay. Three, they're intelligent enough to learn another language to deal with different type of people outside of their backyard. So I know there are some idiots who are, getting on flights and going overseas and just taking huge L's. Yes, there are some. But the reality is that the majority of these guys, they're trying to figure out how to get booked with travel agencies, how to travel for less, how to use their credit card mileage in order to take advantage of the discounts. See, there are so many different things that brothers are getting into to make it more financially feasible to be able to just boom, get up and go. Okay, these brothers who are actually committing to the Passport King lifestyle, they're actually minimalists and they're practicing frugality, which is actually something that should be admired. It is actually wise to practice frugality and to become a minimalist so that you are not tied down to one specific location on this globe that we have to explore and to observe. See, it's crazy because I've already broken down that black men are going overseas and they're dealing with black women. They really are.
Nobody else does this but them. Asian men don't do it. Latin men don't do it. White.
Okay, so I can run down all these different content creators. We got the guy who says the Korean gobblers. I mean, he's an Asian guy. I think he's Korean, maybe. I forgot his name. But I think his joint is like living a life of abundance. I don't remember his name, but we got Asian men on the red vitamin wave. I mean, there's even more Asian guys. There was a guy who made a YouTube video talking about he lost everything in his divorce. He was an Asian man. Guys are getting railed by these women. Okay, it's not just black men, and it's not just just like black on black love type situations. It's interracial people who are dating as well, and interracially they're getting railed as well. Everybody is kind of getting duped by marriage except the women. The women are coming out on top.
Men don't do it. It's only our men that get on the internet and try to humble us by talking trash about us like it works.
So here's the thing. Some of y'all need to get humbled. And as you can see, she removed the comments on the video, so you can't even comment because she doesn't want any feedback. She doesn't any type of feedback that she wants it to be positive feedback. The issue is that, honey, you are a green-haired, bald-headed feminist. You're a 3 at best. You're overweight. You're post-wall. There's a lot of things going on, and I understand her frustrations being a woman who is not getting as much attention as she would have gotten at a younger age, but there's a lot of issues going on with your image, okay? And it's not looking good at all.
Absolutely none of us think that white men don't do this. Hell, that's where the term mail order bride came from. We know that white men do it, but they're just a little bit more with discretion. They got discretion. They have a little bit more dignity. But
so, yeah, there are some guys who are dragging it, talking, out there overseas, like paying the chick and then filming with her and da-da-da. But there are also legit guys out there who are learning the language, talking to women, interacting with the men of the country that they're going to. I mean, there's just to minimize it to, oh, well, you're just dumb and you're talking about it. No, we want to share our experience so that other people can follow and not run into any issues overseas. That's all that's going on.
But hell, if white women ain't gonna say nothing, what we gonna do?
All right, guys. So she's actually going on a rampage before she removed the comments, and she was just replying to comments like crazy. So let's break this one down as well.
I say these men legit have learning disabilities. It's not me being a dick. It's like I can prove it. Roll the clip. Absolutely none of us think that white men don't do this. Hell, that's where the term mail order bride came from. Know that white men do it, but they're just a little bit more with discretion. They got discretion. They have a little bit more dignity. What's the matter? What's wrong? Like, did you not? What's going on here? Like, are they plugged up? Like, did you clean them? It's so funny that the black men, it's only the straight black men in the comments that disagree. Like, everybody else can see that y'all are part of the problem. But y'all make it easy. You make it so easy.
Okay, so I don't really know what she means by you make it easy, but she's replying to this comment saying, they do trust me, and they as in white men do trust me. I have worked with plenty of white men, especially older Christian military, who do this. Maybe not on TikTok, but they do it. And I think that was kind of her point, that yes, they do it and they don't publicize it. She's really upset that black men are publicizing it and giving their experience on their travels. And in the process, they're saying, hey, stop dealing with Western women. See, it's not black women that this is directed to. They just see a black face talking about this issue and they assume that he's talking about black women, but it's all women of the West, okay? Because they've all been indoctrinated to do the big chop and, you know, dye their hair green and not be in shape, and men just have to accept it. You know, I can almost guarantee that she is a single mom at this point. All right, guys, so we're still breaking this down. So the next video that I have is she's stitching a video, or is it duetting? I think it's duetting. She's duetting a video where some transformer dude or something is explaining, oh yeah, white men do it too. Who cares? Dude, you're trans.
Listen. We're going to ignore the fact that she admitted that white men do this, but they do it in a different way. So I'm going to take this one because, as you can tell, I glow in the dark. I borderline on bioluminescence, so I can speak for this one. Yes, white men order women from other countries. We'll go get...
Order is crazy.
Get other women from other countries, but what they don't do is disparage white women. They're never
Thank
out there
you.
saying,
oh my God.
White women are too loud. White women are too masculine.
So how does she or they... I mean, this looks like a freaking meth head. He's missing a tooth, and you're literally listening to... I mean, this individual can't even keep up with their own hygiene. This dude looks like a freaking crackhead. But anyways, here's the thing about the conversation. Like I said earlier, it's not just about, black women. It's about Western women in general. The westernized, modern-day feminist woman, which both of them obviously are because both of them have dyed hair. They think they're being unique and individualistic when they're actually falling into the same things that everybody else is when it comes to these modern women. They're falling into the same traps. They're falling for the same marketing to be some type of Sims character that you're, continually able to change your attributes and all this stuff. It's total BS. But the reality is there are white men who talk about this a lot, okay? And I'm not going to name any other content creators at this point, but y'all already know who those guys are. Guys in Brazil who are, doing a whole bunch of weird type stuff out there, and they're publicizing it, and they're saying, hey, these women are better. And it's not just about white, black, it's about the mindset of the woman, period.
White women are why we have to go to another country to get someone. You know why? Because white women are literally the pillars that hold up white men. And they fucking know it. You start disparaging white women, and white women will remove themselves as the pillars, and white men will fall on their faces. Because...
What? And this is what I'll say to that. Look, Well, I've already said this before, you know, respect to all my white guys, I love you, but y'all are the most blue vitamin when it comes to like relationships. Like, you let your girl go out and to the bars and, you know, twerk on other dudes and all types of stuff. And some dudes get aroused by that, okay? Some of the white guys get aroused by that for sure. But at the end of the day, the reason why this individual can say that, oh, well, if white women remove themselves, then they're going to fall flat on their faces. That's not true at all. I mean, the reality is white men are actually the most desired when it comes to the dating app data, which, you know, is pretty much going to be the most honest data. They're the most desired, so it doesn't matter if white women stop trying to deal with them. And there is actually a trend that I've broken down where white women are saying, oh, well, you know, I don't want a white boy. I don't want a white boy. I mean, dude, that's such a small percentage of white women. White women ain't going nowhere. They love their men. They really do. Okay. At least the Chads. Okay. Not the average, you know, Malcolm. Okay. The mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. Yeah. They don't really love him that much, but the E-boys, the Chads, they definitely love those dudes. They're not going anywhere. So, you know, they're actually a lot more malleable when it comes to politically. You know, you see a lot of white women who voted conservatively because why? They're dealing with a conservative guy or, you know, their husband or whatnot. That's just the reality of the situation.
Is the few knuckleheads that go to other countries to get mail order brides. They're still not going to be the majority because white men need white women to make white babies. And if there aren't enough white babies, they're no longer the majority. It's what upholds white supremacy.
Okay, so she's trying to get into some population control shit. I mean, look, you could think that all you want. I don't think the average white guy is really thinking about, oh, got to make more white babies so that there's more white people than black people on earth. Like, I mean, they're really dragging it. Like, they really think, and obviously there are billionaires who are trying to control the population. Even we see the that whole situation was some BS, and they tried to use that as a reason why they should lock you down, and even the origination of that virus had some issues. Okay, that's all I'm gonna go into it because I want this video to get monetized. But look, those people, they're at this point, they're not worried about white or black. They are worried about everybody. They want control of everybody.
They may not like white women as a whole, but they're not going to get on a social media app. She gets it. And they're not going to disparage us in front of everybody because they know that without us, they wouldn't have shit. I am personally waiting for the day that white women wake up and realize that we no longer need to be the pillars of white supremacy and we can just pull ourselves out from underneath
Round of
white
applause.
Men. But it hasn't happened yet. Not enough of us have woken up yet. But it's coming. But part of the reason why we're slow to wake up is because white men don't bash us the way the black men bash black women.
Listen.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.